This is the Auxiliary Air Slide Valve from a 1974 Mercedes 450 SL, and they do not make them anymore. And if you can get hold of a second-hand one or new old stock, they are stupidly expensive. Now, because I like to know how things work and I like to take things apart, I thought I would try and separate these two parts by tapping them out with a socket, and that is not the way to do it because I ended up cracking the aluminium housing and potentially ruining this hugely expensive air slide valve. So what are we going to do now? We're going to send it to Bob. Our auxiliary air slide has just arrived with Bob at the machine shop, and the first thing he has to do is just press out the thermostatic bulb. We've already pressed out the piston. You can press out the last bit using just a vise, but to actually press the piston out and put it back together, you are going to need a hydraulic press. The secret to a good weld is to clean all the parts you're going to weld thoroughly, so that's the main housing, but you need to also clean the small bit that you're welding on. And in this particular case, we're going to just clean the inside as well, because we need to make sure that the weld penetrates all the way through. And what makes this job tricky is that channel there needs to be completely round and clear. One of the great advantages of a machine shop is that you have a beautiful welding table that not only allows you to clamp your welding machine on, but also to clamp pieces on. Now, initially when this is clamped down, there is some movement in the part that's to be welded on, because obviously it's not even, so the force needs to actually be moved slightly. And like a true professional, Bob is actually using something between the clamp and the piece so as not to mark the piece. And once it's clamped down on one side like that, there's no longer any movement, and we are ready to start welding. As I mentioned, this is a TIG weld here, and the first thing to do is actually tack that broken piece on and use a professional tap of the spanner to move it round. It's going to need several little tack welds there just to make sure that the piece can't move. Obviously that's going to be way too hot to move that round with your hand. And then you need to go around and actually fill every single gap up with weld. Now this is a complicated task. This footage has been speeded up and edited, and it was no 5-minute job to do this. The secret of a true professional is not to get weld all over the place, because the more precise you are when you're actually welding, the less time you have to spend grinding excess weld off at a later date. And in this particular case, obviously there's going to be a piston sliding in and out. So any excess weld on the mating surfaces comes off with a lathe to make sure we've got a perfectly flat surface where this bolts to the engine block. And then of course inside the unit you need to make sure it's perfectly smooth with no excess weld, so that's a run out gauge there. And if you do have any little bits of weld on there, you need to take those out with a lathe. And then after much toing and froing, we get a perfectly smooth surface and internals. That's the finished piece there. Bob has very kindly actually pressed it back together for us. So a huge thanks to Bob at the machine shop. If you are interested in welding or fixing parts on your own car, I think the machine shop is the UK's only pay-as-you-go DIY workshop. They also do things like welding lessons. So if you can't weld, you can actually learn how to weld with Bob himself, both MIG welding and TIG welding. If bikes is your thing, you can learn how to service bikes. In the workshop itself, there's a plethora of equipment, and for members, or if you're a member of the machine shop, you can actually use things like their TIG welders or their powder coating facilities. They have sandblasting facilities, ultrasonic cleaning facilities, MIG welders, TIG welders, lathes, milling devices, you name it. They pretty much have what you're going to need to make and restore parts on your classic car. The machine shop itself is based up in Leicestershire, And what I should be doing is persuading my wife to buy me some welding lessons for Christmas. There's plenty to do up close to the machine shop, including the National Space Centre, tropical birdland, lots of theatres and museums. And you can also, if you have an interesting project, contact the machine shop directly via WhatsApp, or perhaps just learn how to weld yourself so you don't spend a fortune fixing your classic restoration.